What's going on YouTube? It's your boy Logisticalstyles coming at you with another video, and today we are doing a product review. Welcome back YouTube. Like I said, today we are going to do a product review. I'm going to be reviewing what is called a handy video recorder, and is this device right here. This is the Zoom Q2n-4k, and it is a video recorder and an audio recorder. It comes in really handy in a lot of different situations, and I've been using it for the past couple of months. Got it around in October or so, maybe a little earlier than that, but around October, because I was using it for Halloween events. But it's a device that has a lot of features that can really come in handy if you are a musician. In fact, it's actually made for musicians. If you want to, we'll go ahead and jump over to the website so we can see exactly how they describe it. I don't want to put words in their mouth. So this is the website, the Zoom website. They make a lot of really good recorders, and mostly they do audio. They do a lot of audio recorders, field recorders, multi-track recorders, podcasting equipment, etc. And they have been venturing into making cameras. So this is one version of the camera. It originally came out as just the Q2n, and then they re-released it as the Q2n-4k. As you can see on the website, it was $249.99, and it's on sale now for $189.99. I actually got mine from Amazon. I believe I had some credits, so I ended up paying about $160 for mine, and it came pretty quickly. It was available with next day shipping. As you can see, they say this is the 4K camera for musicians. This is specifically for musicians. And you see this guy here playing on stage with a harmonica. And this is what the camera looks like. These little indentations on the top of the camera, that is the XY stereo microphones that it's referring to in the packaging. These are microphones that are built into the camera, into the device, and they allow you to record without having an internal or external microphone hooked up to it. You also have, I'll try to zoom in a little bit. Right here, you can see that there is a USB, a mini USB port, and there's a mini HDMI port. So there's small ports for you to be able to connect power. You can also use it, as you can see by the icon next to it. It's also, it can put out signal over USB. So you can use that as this camera as a webcam as well. You can also read directly from the memory card when you hook it up with a USB cable. The mini HDMI output is really handy because I'll move over here, because this screen that they show you in the advertisement is not that clear. So you would really need to have a little small video screen, which I have here. This is just something I bought on Amazon for probably, I think I paid like maybe $30 for this. But it's a screen, it's got a good picture, it's got HDMI and VGA inputs, and I use it with this cable right here, HDMI to mini HDMI. So you can buy one of those on Amazon. I'll find one and put a link in the description for you. But let's go back to the website. So this is what you get, the information that you get on the screen. You do get options to choose between your video resolution. You do get information about how much battery life you have left, how much recording time, where you're recording to, if there's an SD card inserted. The most useful piece of information on that screen to me is the volume meters. That's what helps me really get a good clean input, whether I'm using the XY built-in microphones or if I'm using a line input. And the line input is really what I find very handy to have, because it allows me to record directly into the camera or into the device, and you can switch it between being a video camera and just an audio recorder. You can switch it to audio only, and you can record as a WAV file into the SD card on the device. So there have been times since I've had this, I had to record something I didn't really want to record into Serato directly. I wanted to have it on another piece of media, and that's when I was able to hook up from my output on my mixer, my DJ mixer. I was able to take output and go line right into the Q2n, and I used that when I was trying to record some vinyl. I was doing that for recording some other audio sources that I couldn't just get right into Serato. So that was very, very useful. And that is one of the main reasons why I ended up keeping the camera, because I could use it for something other than a camera. Now, as far as the camera aspect of it, they say this is a 4K video. It shoots 4K at 30 frames per second, high definition video. That's what it says right here on the box. But I am not sold on that. I mean, it might be technically 4K or whatever, but in my opinion, the picture is not all that great. And I was actually almost going to take it back because I was not really happy with the picture. But then once I realized how useful it could be as an audio recorder, that's when I decided, yeah, maybe I should keep it. So what am I talking about? Well, let's take a look, or let's do a comparison. Right now, I am shooting on what I normally shoot on or record on, and that is my iPhone 7 Plus. It's an older iPhone. I don't throw my stuff away. I try to repurpose it, and that's what I do with my iPhones. I use them along with, let's see, I use them along with these adapters right here. This is a Lightning to HDMI adapter, and it allows me to get video from my camera into the video switcher that I'm using. I'm using a Blackmagic A10 Mini, and it also has a port for you to hook up another lightning cable to charge your phone while you are using it as a camera. And in order to get that good clean picture, I use an app called Filmic Pro. It's a subscription-based app, but it allows me to get a good clean video feed, because if I just use the camera app on the iPhone, then I would have all the little controls and stuff that you see when you use the camera app. This one allows you to clear all that other stuff off the screen and just use the phone as a camera. So this is what I use. I have a couple of these cables that I put together, use some wire loom to make it a little bit easier to manage, and that's what I'm recording right now, iPhone 7 Plus. Now let's switch over to the Zoom Q2n, which is right next to the iPhone. So iPhone, and now we are looking at the Zoom Q2n-4k. This is the video feed coming from the camera to, the A10 Mini. And as you can tell, or in my opinion, I could say, the picture's a little bit grainy. It's, the lighting hasn't changed, the angle hasn't changed, very much from one camera to the other. But in my opinion, the picture's a little grainy. The white balance might be off or whatever. And you do have some settings, some control over the settings, but they're all presets. It's not like you can really dial in your exposure or anything like that. You can use, they have, what do they say? It says you have 5 different fields of view, which are just levels of zoom. You have a wide, you have from wide all the way down to a telescoping. The telescoping is kind of or a tele is what they call it, tele. I assume it's short for telescope. But that, it zooms in. This is like the tightest picture you're going to get with here. If I could go to the wide angle, in fact, I'll do it right now. I'll edit it. But yeah, so this is tele mode. This is the tightest picture you can see. Okay, so this is the wide lens. This is the wide lens, like the default that it comes in. You can see it kind of fish eyes, and you can see all the imperfections in my junky studio. This right here. This is the mode that is right below the wide mode. So this is the next step. So wide, then this. So we got 3 more fields of view. Okay, now this is the third field of view. You see the picture's getting tighter. It's coming in tighter. So got 2 more levels. All right, so now you see this is the 4th level. This is the 4th tightest view you can get. And hopefully you can see that as it gets tighter and tighter, I think the graininess gets a little, it increases. When it's in the wide mode, I think that's when it has the sharpest picture, but it's getting way too much background that I don't want in the picture when I'm in wide mode. So let's go back to the telescoping mode. Okay, so now we're back into the mode I started this video, or started showing you the video, and that is the tele mode. And it comes in tighter, gives you a tighter frame, but to me the picture looks a little grainy. I have a monitor over here that I'm looking at, but let's switch back over to the camera 1, which is the iPhone camera. So now you can see a difference. So we'll do a quick switch. In fact, this switcher allows me to, let's see, we can just do cut. We're going to cut back and forth so you can get a iPhone camera, zoom camera, iPhone, zoom. Nothing's changing except, the cameras are just a couple of, like a foot apart from each other. But you can see the difference in quality. It feels like the zoom is picking up a lot of light, and it feels brighter. The iPhone seems like it's just a darker picture, but it's sharper, and it can probably be edited or fixed in post any issues without losing too much. I feel like with the zoom, I can't really brighten it, or I don't want to mess with the picture at all. In fact, for this video, I'm not doing any coloring or anything like that. This is exactly what is being captured from the devices. I've used it in other situations as well. I've used it in performances at gyms, at nightclubs, bars, and even in other people's studios, and the result is pretty much the same. In dark or dimly lit rooms, this doesn't really capture great video. I mean, if you just have to, it's a handy recorder. So I'm just going to kind of stress that. It's handy to have when you're in these situations, but it's not going to be your first choice for recording video. If this is all you have, then this is all you have. And at the price point that it's at, for $189, $190, I'm guessing it's okay. You really can't ask for a lot, because if you really want to get into the great video quality or the picture quality, you're going to spend a lot more money, especially for a camera. I mean, an iPhone obviously costs more than this, but iPhone does more. It has more features, but the camera on the iPhone, in my opinion, is just better. And that's why I'm going to continue to do videos primarily with that until I upgrade to like a DSLR or a mirrorless camera or something like that. But for now, I'm just using, in the studio, I'm going to use the iPhone. And occasionally I'll use the zoom. It just depends on if I get the lighting right, or if my video doesn't really require a really crisp picture. But the zoom, it's very handy to have in your bag for remote stuff, if you're especially outdoors. The picture is pretty good outdoors. I've posted some videos on this channel of me using it outdoors when I was doing like some product reviews and just general testing of the camera. And I will say, it's usable, but it's not the best if you're used to getting that crispy picture, especially with the newer iPhones. Like this is an iPhone 7 Plus, so this is a really old phone, because now the iPhone 14 is out now. But I still use it because I can get that decent picture from it. But the new ones, the new camera phones, they are so much better and can give you some really good video quality. If you're concerned about the audio, then that is why you would want to hold on and have this, because it allows you to be able to hook up to any device that's playing music or playing sound, and you can get a clean audio feed into it. Or if you're just trying to get ambient sounds in nature, if you're trying to use it as like a field recorder, you can use that with the internal mics, and it will pick up really well. Now, the downfall of it is the battery life. The battery life is not great at all. You will run out of batteries pretty quickly, especially if you're recording in 4K. Uh, I've gotten like 30 minutes worth of battery life in 4K. If you're doing audio, you can get hours. You can get hours and hours. But I do recommend people use the battery pack. You can get it as an accessory, that an official Zoom accessory. You can get the battery pack, or you can. Let me see if I can pull that on the website. You can get a USB battery package, which is what I use, and it allows me to. Here it is. Let's switch to the iPad. This is it right here. This is. It allows you to get up to 4 times longer um, recording time. I just use a USB battery pack that I got from Walmart. Paid like $20 for it. It's got 2 USB ports on it, so I can charge my camera and another device as well. And I've never run out of juice with that. So that's something you can look at. Let's see what else they have. They do have other accessories. If I'll just switch to that real quick. They do have um, a windscreen that you can get to put on top of it if you're outdoors a lot and you're getting a lot of audio that way. Then they have the hot shoe mount, which allows you to be able to connect it to other devices or connect other devices to it. A mic stand, a couple other things, a little tripod. But I don't think you'll really need most of that stuff. I think the best idea would be to get just a USB battery pack that you really charge up. It does take SD cards. You can store um, onto these memory cards. You can record right onto it. In fact, that's really pretty much the only way you're going to record with this is with a memory card. It will record movie files and WAV files for the audio. So that's really handy, and it's great to be able to just get that WAV recording and pop it into my video editor, and it comes out really nice. It's just really dope. The 4K, I'm not so sure about the quality of the 4K. I guess they're all 4K is not created equal. I'll just say that. So don't just hear 4K and think you're going to get a picture that looks as good as that. There's this guy right here drumming. The video screen on that camera is also something that leaves a lot to be desired. So I would say if you need a device that's going to allow you to be out and about and to capture audio or capture even just a basic video recording of an event, maybe you just want to do this for your band's practice or for your practice. You want to be able to review your performances or whatever. Because I did use this at a couple of weddings. I had it set up, used a little, because on the bottom it's right now it's on a tripod, but on the bottom of um, the camera there is a 1/4 inch screw that you can connect it using different clamps. I've used some of these handy clamps that allow me to clamp it to a speaker pole, and I just put it up there with the battery pack and just let it run for the whole event and just record everything or until I run out of space on the memory card. And so that's been handy for that type of thing. For getting uh, performances recorded, I definitely say you should. I've been looking at the wrong camera. Should have been looking over here. For performances, for you to be able to review later in practice sessions or something like that, this is a great camera to have. But if you're trying to do high quality videos, I would say spend a little bit more money. And I did mention earlier that Zoom does have another camera. Let me see if I can pull that up real quick. It's called an action camera. Uh, I'm not sure if it has any kind of video stabilization on it, but I'm just gonna pull it up. Oh, and this is the old one. This right here, this is This is the old one that they had. This is the Q8. So the new one's probably like a Q8 2 or something like that. But it's a similar design. You got this camcorder type look design, and on top you have a pair of the XY mics that pick up left and right really well. Now let's see if I can find the current one. Oh, the Q8 HD. Q8n. Okay. So this is it. This is what the current new one looks like. And this one is $299, $300. It's got XLR inputs. It's got controls for both inputs. Oh, you got stereo XLR. That's dope. Um, yeah, and you got the screen that flips around. Apparently, this is a better camera. It's made by Zoom, like I said, same company. But I wonder if that gets better picture, better 4K picture, because this right here, like I said, it's kind of grainy. It's usable, but it's not the same as this, you know. So I don't know whether I want to say, hey, I recommend this. I don't recommend this for everybody. Not for everybody. This is do your research. Do your research. Hopefully, this is part of your research, and this is my opinion on it. Um, if I knew the quality of the video, I probably wouldn't have bought it right away. I wouldn't have bought it. But now that I've had it and I've been able to use it in other ways, I'm keeping it. You know, I'm within, actually, because of the holiday season, I'm within the window of being able to return it. I think a lot of these, Amazon is like accepting returns up until January, just because of the holiday season. But I like it. I'm going to keep using it. This is what the side of it looks like. You got the green, that's your headphone jack that you can listen and monitor to your audio with, and the red is your recording input. I know I didn't show that earlier. Mainly because the camera, I'm using the camera for this video. But, well, let's just do this since I've already shown you what the video quality of that camera looks like. Let me pull it up here, take it off the stand. Okay, so I dropped my battery pack, so I'm not sure how long this battery is going to last. But this is, hopefully you can see. I know it's weird trying to get, a good picture. So this is what the picture looks like. And I'm looking at it on the screen. It seems okay. So you might think, okay, it's not that bad. But in real life, when you're trying to frame a picture, you're trying to get everything in frame, and if it's dark, you can't see really good on this screen. You get a little general idea of what you're looking at, but the picture is not all that great. And I kind of live with that because I use an external video screen. So I use an external video screen, which allows me to see the picture so much clearer. Like I said, I got this on Amazon for about $30, and it comes in really handy. Let me show you a couple of other more controls. Oh, this is a lens cap that comes with it. Pretty handy to have. Protects your lens. It also comes with like a little hood, because the first version, people were complaining about like a glare that you would get. I haven't seen anything with it, but there's it looks like a little baseball cap that goes above it. This knob right here controls your volume input. So if you're coming in too hot, you can use this to dial it down. You've got buttons to control the different scenes, which are basically like filters. You go from like, I have it set on automatic, but there's like an outdoor, a sunset, night, concert lighting, jazz club, dance club, monochrome, sepia, film, X process, and flat. I keep it on auto. That's been the best so far, unless I was trying to do like a black and white, which I don't really do. Then you also have auto game, which can adjust your mic input according to your environment, kind of like with your with the scene selection. Yeah, it's just the same thing except it's for audio. So there's like a concert setting, there's a solo setting, meeting setting, and just you can turn it off. So you don't have a lot of auto gain settings, but I just keep it off and just get that pure direct audio in. Then you have the option for your audio to choose what bit rate you're going to record in. If you're recording in audio, you can do 44.1 kilohertz at 16 bit, or you can do 48 kilohertz at 24 bit, and then 96 kilobits. I was saying kilohertz, I think it's kilobits, I think, but 96K at 24 bit, 48K at 24 bit, or 44.1K at 16 bit, and that's what I'm recording at currently. Um, there's a low cut, so if you want to like get rid of some of that low end because maybe you're at a concert and the bass is just too heavy, or you're up front and the bass is too heavy, you can hit that low cut. A lot of this stuff I don't really think about when I'm out and about recording with this handy recorder. I'm like in the moment trying to get it set up. So as long as I can see a decent picture on the screen and my volume isn't clipping, then I just kind of go with it. I'm probably not, I don't have a real reason to change the audio recording quality. Maybe if I was trying to get a perfect rip from one of my vinyls or records, I could do that. But no, I don't have to do all that. The battery compartment and the SD card is located on the bottom. You can just pop it out. That's also where you can screw. There's a hole for it. You can screw in and mount it onto tripods or other devices. Just screw it in. Now you got it on a selfie stick. So, yeah, this is my little review. I didn't try to get too technical or too in depth, but at least give you a lot of information about what to expect if you decided you wanted to buy one of these. Um, like I say, it's great to have, but it's not a necessity. And I'll say I'll recommend it just because it can be a great addition to your tool bag if you are a content creator. But there are much better cameras. And also, one thing I didn't mention, this is not an action camera. So this is not a direct competitor to a GoPro. Don't think you can hook this up to some mount on your bike or on your helmet or something like that and you're going to get great footage. No, it does not have video stabilization on this device. So it's meant to be really set in one stationary position, and that's how you would use it. Um, can you walk around with it? Yeah, you can walk around and you can get some footage, but it's not going to be all that great. So anyway, that is my review on this. I've been meaning to get this one out for a long time because I've been using it, but at the same time, I'm happy it took me a while because I want to get more thorough with my reviews and want to really have some time with these things before I just put out a video and have an honest opinion on how they work. So that was this video. This is the Q2n by Zoom, Q2n-4k. Next video I'll be doing will probably be talking about my whole recording setup because this purchase was a part of me trying to upgrade a little bit. I got this A10 Mini by Blackmagic, and it is a great Blackmagic design, and it is a great device to have. They have some next level ones as well, like the A10 Pro. I may actually end up getting that, but we'll see. But anyway, just keep watching the channel. I hope you subscribe. We're getting we're really close to 2,000 subscribers as of today. I think we're like 50 subscribers away. So if you're watching this and you like what you see and you're not a subscriber, please consider subscribing so we can help us reach our goals. Really like to hit that before the end of the year, but it's only a couple weeks left, so we'll see how that works out. But until next time, this is your boy Logistical Styles, and I am signing out. Peace.